What's going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode here of the Highland Scotties Team Builder Dynasty, episode number 114 here in NCAA 14. And today we are going to be hosting the 5-5 Kansas State Wildcats, as the Scotties are back home to host this matchup here. Scotties, of course, had a great win over West Virginia last week, and we're hoping to do so again here as we're still on this streak that we're on currently. Take a look here. By far, we're the best right now, as you see Curb Herbstreit picking us for this game. And, of course, K-State, 5-5 for the season, 4-3 in Big 12 play. As we take a look here at some of K-State's wins and losses this season. Had some pretty close games there against UConn and Baylor. Both of those games went to overtime. Unfortunately, they lost. And that started a trend of 3 games when they ended up losing to Arizona as well, 45-14. But since then, after that, they went on a 4-game winning streak until they met up with BYU, who we'll see next week in that season finale there. They were defeated by BYU in a big blowout there, 45-24. Mueller's their quarterback there, 11-29, 209 yards, 3 touchdowns for him. Of course, 13 carries and 52 yards against BYU last week. There you see 1,881 yards passing this year. And yeah, so far having a great season. Now, of course, K-State in town, and they are a 500 ball club right now. And the only thing really they have right now again for themselves right now is their pass defense. And by far, they're probably only giving up 216 yards this season so far per game, as well as 288 yards a game there. We've given up 288 yards a game this season. So they've been doing a great job there in the passing area. So that's what we'll definitely have to watch out for here in the coming weeks. Take a look at the top 25 there. And, of course, Florida State dropped down quite a bit. They were up in the top spot. If you guys have not seen some of the games that we've been posting with them, and they've had a tough game there against Louisville last week, losing that one. Of course, you see Virginia Tech at number 25, dropping down 2 spots from 23. Take a look at the honorable mentions there, the ones that dropped out. Arizona State, Florida. Of course, Arizona State was playing really well, and we will probably have to play them probably at some point here in the Big 12 championship game, unless, I take that back now. Probably I would say Oklahoma State would probably be the favorite in that when it comes to the Big 12 South. Of course, there's a Heisman Trophy race, and of course, it's getting starting to thicken up here a little bit. As of course, Godfrey now having a great game. He had 11 catches for 258 yards and 4 touchdowns in that West Virginia game, which pretty much was his breakout game of the season. And that's going to be helpful for him as he's trying to make his way, try to be a Heisman Trophy winner. Of course, this is his senior year. And, of course, he has 2 other teammates there on that list as well. So he's got to, if they do well, he's going to do well. He's got quite an uphill mountain to climb, but we'll see what happens. There you see, of course, there's some of the top players there. Eric Thomas there for K-State, Kevin Guther. But Mueller, like I said, 11 for 29 in that game against BYU. And the game plan is really for him is to keep him in check, put some pressure on him, kind of do the same thing what BYU did last week, as they just came at him in all different directions and really gave him a tough time just doing anything in that pocket. Now, he is a talented quarterback. He is a redshirt sophomore, so he's going to be around for a while now. We'll see him for at least 2 more seasons before he decides, depending on how well he does, if he goes to the NFL or he goes to another league or so. But there you see his numbers so far this season. 17 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. Like I said, not the best year, but as for a sophomore redshirt compared to quarterbacks that we've seen with K-State in the previous year since joining the Big 12, this is by far an upgrade for them. Woods has a torn groin. He'll be out probable for him. Clark has a abdominal tear. He'll be out for 7 weeks. There's corner. And Larkin, Atlas Larkin. Yeah, we recruited him. He's the fullback, and he's actually going to be out. He's probable for the start here today, as he has a strained Achilles there. Tough break for him. Of course, that's the freshman that the player that we tried to recruit last season. He's from Overland Park, Kansas. And, what would it have been if he was with us But K-State here, as they are going to get the ball here first to start off here in this one. And then, of course, next week we'll be here again as we'll have the last home game of the season with BYU. But first 10 coming up here for Kansas State as Mueller here play action, throws this one there to Dunn. Dunn's going to run this one there, and he's going to get just short of getting the first down as he'll get 9 on the reception. 2nd and 9 coming up, gathers in motion here for Kansas State. Mueller drops back in the pocket, solid pocket for him. Throws one to Perry, and Perry will get the catch for first down as again they move the chains for a gain of 14. Kansas State looking pretty good here on this drive. Dunn in motion and a play action here. Mueller drops back here, fires this one there to Perry again, and it's another big gainer there as he gets a 12-yard catch. Another first down for Kansas State. Kansas State going no huddle here, if you can tell. As we'll see Dunn in motion again. And a handoff there to Smith coming out of the backfield. Smith finally taken down as he gets a gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up. And again, no huddle here from Kansas State as they're really trying their best to keep us off balance as Hayes gets the catch. And Hayes being brought down for a gain of 13 on the reception. Again, another first down. They keep moving the chains here. K-State looking very sharp here. Highland, we got to do something here. As Mueller here finally rustles down Smith. That's a gain of a yard on the play. And Kansas State just keeps on ticking without any problems here. 2nd and 9. We'll see now Mueller. Handoff there to Smith. Smith is going to be shoestring tackle. Also 3 on the play. Nice job there from Diego Rizzo. As Diego Rizzo makes a nice stop there. Highland Scotties defense trying to get the crowd into this game here. Mueller here drops back here, throws this one up there. That's going to be tipped away. And a nice job here as we stop Mueller. And the offensive line here moving up the field. It's going to be a 4th and 12. And this is about a 45-yard attempt. And it is good. Kansas State will put the first points on the board here with a field goal, making it now 3-0. Take a look here at the final score in this one. Number 5 Texas losing to number 6 LSU 35-30, and a final at LSU number 10-1 for the season. Texas first year in the SEC, not too bad, 9-2 for them. Take a look at the final score of the Oklahoma State and Houston game. Oklahoma State number 16 ranked, they're 34-14. They are now 9-1, and right now they're heavy favorites for the Big 12 South, and possibly we can meet them up coming up here in a few weeks for that Big 12 championship. Jasper Reed, there you see 18 of 27 last week against the Mountaineers. 409 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, 6 sacks in that game. And Reed now here running for his life again. He's used to this as he runs this one out of bounds and gets a gain of 13 for the first down. 1st and 10 after the run here from Reed. You see Davison in the back as well as to your far, I think your far left, I believe is Godfrey, who is also up for the Heisman. I believe he's 5th in the Heisman Trophy rankings right now. 2nd and 10 after an unsuccessful run, and Davison here runs this one no problem. Try to get around the edge there. He gets a gain of 6 on the play. And we're looking at a 3rd and 4. So 3rd and 4 is pretty manageable here. We'll see what they go here. They can pretty much call anything if they want. A pass. I wouldn't be surprised a run of some sort, maybe a draw. We haven't seen that too much here. Or, here lately we've been seeing them do options from time to time. Now play action here from Reed. Reed's going to call his own number instead. Reed's going to get hit hard. Hangs onto the football there that time. And that's a gain of 8 there for him, as he is near 22 yards so far for the day with 2 carries. Now 1st and 10 coming up. Reed drops back here, fires this one. That's going to be picked off by a tip as Woodworth will get the interception there. Bad play there, and just not a good job there from the defensive line, tipping that one that time around. And wouldn't necessarily, I guess you could say it's interception, but I wouldn't say it would be. As Woodworth now gets the ball back for K-State. So K-State has now control here. They lead this one 3-0 as a handoff to Smith. He comes out of the backfield. Washington trying to bring him down before he is finally brought down by Pope. 2nd and 8 coming up. And Smith, this time, he's not going to get any positive yards. He's going to lose 5. Nice stop there from Diego Rizzo as Smith gets a loss of 5 yards on that catch, on that screen pass. And nice play there from the defensive lineman on that one. Crucial 3rd down coming up here, 3rd and 14. Highland needs to pin the ears back. Mueller here drops back in the pocket, looks around, goes to the far left-hand side, finds Gathers, and somehow off his unbalanced throw, gets that one to Gathers for a gain of 17. First catch of the day for Gathers. Now we'll see a 1st and 10 coming up here. And Owens trying to pick that one off, but instead, it's going to be Brian Graham who's going to get a gain of 20 on the play. That's his first catch of the day for K-State. Wildcats now still have possession of the football here. Mueller here drops back, fires, finds Graham, going to get pushed out by McCall near the 3-yard line. So now they're scrambling here, trying to get something going here on offense and defensively, trying to get the right personnel in. But K-State's not letting that happen. As you see a gain of 2 there for Smith. Now we'll see a handoff. No, it's going to be a run in by the QB. That's going to be Mueller as he gets into the end zone there. Corey Mueller. First touchdown of the day, and they are now leading this one now 10-0. As you take a look, BYU right now, early, still early in that one, 7-0 against West Virginia, who we played last week. BYU, we play them next week in the senior day and season finale. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Highland Scotties as Reed here scrambles off to the right-hand side, looking down the field here, looking for a big play. That one's going to be tipped away by Howard Miller. Nice deflection there from him. And now we'll advance to a 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 10, Highland's offense is really sluggish right now. They are not moving the ball too well. And they'll try to go through the air here. Reed here drops back here, finds Ramirez, one of his favorite targets. By far his favorite target on 3rd downs. A lot of teams know this and still can't stop him. As he makes a nice catch there for a 1st. So now 1st and 10. Reed here drops back in the pocket, scrambles off to the right-hand side, looking down the field here, looking for a block, gets around away from the defender there, and gets a gain of 12 on the ground here by using his own legs that time around. I know talking to Coach Teddy Bonds, he says sometimes he just gets nervous when he sees Jasper Reed run. And he knows that Reed wants to try to be a 2-time Heisman Trophy winner, but at the same time, you got to think about your body, and of course for the team. Davison runs this one very well. And that's a big run there. He gets pushed out near the 1. And it's a huge, big run there for him. I would say about a 50, 60-yarder right there on that one. 1st and goal coming up here. Davison here, no problem there. He gets a nice block and gets into the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. And the Scotties are on the board here finally. A little slow here in this 1st quarter. As you see, he beats a record of Wendell Cason, the first Heisman Trophy winner we had back in season 1. And that is a nice company there to be a part of as he breaks his record there in most rush touchdowns of the season. As McCall picks this one off. Highland has now possession of here as K-State now gives up pretty quickly there. First interception of the day here on Mueller as he is 10 for 8 right now. And I bet he was wishing he had that one back as McCall. Of course, he's been very quiet. He was doing quite a bit earlier on the season, but since then, we've heard his name called out a couple of times, not as much as we've seen last year. As we get now to a play here, Highland needs to get this ball off here, but it's going to be called a delay of game. And that will be on Jasper Reed as they were trying to have a man in motion, but just couldn't snap the ball. So now it's going to be still 1st down, but it's going to be a 15-yard. They're going to tack on 5 yards into that penalty. It's going to be a 1st and 15. So 1st and 15 coming up. As we'll see Hicks in motion. Play action. Reed drops back in the pocket. Throws that one up there to Ramirez. Ramirez gets the catch, and he's going to be there at near the 25 for a nice 26-yard reception. His 2nd reception of today's game. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Scotties. Is Reed in the under center here, drops back in the pocket, looks to the right-hand side, fires this one there to Godfrey. Godfrey has it. Godfrey gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. And the Scotties get their first receiving touchdown of the day by Godfrey as he is trying to get his numbers up. and trying to be one of the top 3 contenders. Try to be up there with his quarterback, Jasper Reed, and of course his halfback, Davidson there, Matt Davidson, who by far, I will say, if you've been watching this series from the very beginning, or at least from at least the last 2 seasons, Davidson's just been a monster. He's just been, for a while there, I was going to cut Davidson, but he has really blossomed into a great runner and just exploding out the backfield here, as we see him do this season. Mueller now drops back in the pocket. Mueller brings him down, and that's a nice sack there, as that's a 4-yard loss. Jason Mueller, nice sack there coming from him. I believe that it'll be Jason Miller's 14th sack, or 13th sack of the season. 2nd and 14 coming up. As Mueller here hands off to Smith. And Smith's just getting smothered in the backfield there. Nice loss there. As the Santos gets the tackle for loss there on him. It's going to make it now 3rd and 16 coming up here for the Wildcats. Wildcats down by 4. Minute and a half, a little under a minute and a half left here in the first quarter. This one's going to get heaved up there deep, and it's going to get boggled around until it's incomplete. It's Mueller there trying to make a play, but they'll be forced to punt. So we get the ball here now on 1st and 10, ball near midfield. Jasper Reed here calling an audible here. Looks like he's got somebody in motion, or get somebody in position here. Oh, looks like he's going to find Miller or Burns. As he looks like he's trying to find Randy Burns. Of course, he is going to be the next person in line to be wide receiver number 1 next season. Right now, he is playing wide receiver number 3. And could take over that wide receiver position if and when, well, especially, it's not if, it's when Jasper Reed leaves after this season. As Burns trying to get down to the field there. Nice 26-yard reception, a 1st and 10 for the Scotties. As there are 45 seconds left here in the first quarter, 14-10. Not a bad game at all for either side. As K-State, of course, both sides have made a turnover. As we'll see, Reed here now runs this one off to the left-hand side, and he's looking for a block, but he's going to get caught there. And Eric Thomas makes the nice sack. 10 seconds left here in the first quarter, 14-10. K-State trailing by 4. We'll see if Highland can get another score here before the quarter ends. And time's expired. As we'll see, Reed here drops back here. Reed looking for a deep pass, finds this catch there to Ramirez. Ramirez brought down inside the 10, as that's 22 yards on the reception. And that'll be it for the first quarter. As they'll split the field now here. We're on the south side of the stadium. Reed drops back here, fires this one up, and that's going to be a great catch, as that's just going to be just short of getting inside the end zone. But mark them at the 1-yard line. We'll see what they'll try to do now with a 2nd and goal coming up. And this one could be pretty much called anything here. You can run the ball with the fullback even. We haven't seen too much from Bennett. As Rocco Bennett, he's been he's not even got no touchdowns yet, but you see there a nice play there. They're throwing that to the second string tight end, Matthew Hicks, as he gets into the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. Let's take a quick look here at Arizona State coming back from, of course, a tough loss last week. 41-38 is their final here, beating TCU. TCU 2-10 right now this season. And you see the other scores now. Baylor losing to University of Central Florida 35-23. And BYU right now has a lead over West Virginia 14-7. And not to mention, there's some games you guys can watch down below in the description. Don't leave this game just yet. But after this game, definitely go check out one of those other games down below in the description. You got Utah State taking on New Mexico. If you're into some Mountain West action, you see Perry makes a nice reception there for 7 yards. Mueller now over 120 yards for the day. Of course, we got Stanford taking on Cal. Both teams are ranked. Stanford is ranked number 10 in the nation, and Cal is ranked number 24 in the nation, as well as USF taking on Temple. And that one's going to be thrown there, and that's going to go to Woods. Some of those games are live right now on the channel, and some will be being posted up later on in the week. So just stay tuned for it. I see this one being tipped away. Nice play as Mueller can't get that one there to his receiver. They'll be forced to punt. First 10, 21-10. K-State trailing still. Highland play action. Reed looking drop back here to the right-hand side, looking down for a field, looking for a possible big throw, but no, he's going to hold on to it, and he's only going to get 2 yards from the play. He had a receiver wide open, and I believe it was Robinson there. We'll now go to a second and 8 coming up, and Davison, he'll run that for 5 yards. Not to mention we got some other action from the Sun Belt. South Alabama taking on UNLV or UNLM, and then finally number 17 Washington taking on Oregon, and Pac-12 action as well. So some of those games, like I said, are live now on the channel, and others, of course, will be live on at least this week. I believe on Friday, as we are changing it up this week. First and 10 coming up here. Jasper Reed now scrambling here again, looking down the field here, and oh, nice pass there to find Ramirez. Ramirez looking for a good block, but he's going to get taken down. Nice reception there from him, as Jasper Reed, and of course these two have just been a great 1-2 connection. I mean, you thought that Hunter Cannon and what's his name from the very first couple of seasons were a good 1-2 connection, a good wide receiver tight end connection, but oh my goodness, these two are just as good. Hunter Cannon, he's been doing a great job working with Ramirez when Ramirez came in, and of course Hunter Cannon in the NFL right now. First and 10 coming up. Big play here on near the goal line. At this point, you pretty much call anything here in K-State. They pretty much know that that's true here. As you see a handoff there to Davison, and Davison gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties, as Davison gets his second rushing touchdown of the day, as he beats another school record there. Nice job there for him, as that is going to be rushing touchdown number 26 for him. Now Mueller here, running out of the pocket here. He's going to be hunted down there by Collins and finally taken down by another Scottie, as he gets a big gain there of about 13 on that play. Running that one as K-State trying to get back in this game, as they always see Smith here out of the backfield there. Smith trying to stiff arm Collins, and Smith gets a gain of 16 as he moves the chains once again here. First and 10, hand off there to Smith. Smith's going to come out of the backfield, running this one here strong, and trying to shake off Washington that time, but Washington able to get a hold of him. Now first and 10 coming up after the big play. Smith again gets his number called, but this time Mueller says, nah, he's not going to have it. And he's going to bring him down for the loss. Third and 11, Mueller drop back in the pocket, heaves that one up there, and that's going to be tipped away by Reggie Owens. Man, I haven't said that name for a while. As Owens gets in there, makes the play, and stops the catch and the conversion there on that play. Now, we have a penalty, and it's on the offense there. It's going to be on K-State, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to put him back at 4th and 16. So here they are. First attempt they made was a 41-yarder. This one should be somewhere around that, probably about a 50. About a 49, 50-yarder, and he misses there. So no points there for K-State. As Highland does a great job there stopping him that time from getting anything. So Highland will get the ball back on their own 35-yard line. First and 10 with 3:35 left here in the first half. Reed again drops back in the pocket, throws up the middle there to Burns, and Burns almost gets away with that one as he gets a huge 21-yard reception for the first. Big play there from him, as Reed looking very solid here now. And, of course, moving the ball, football very well here in this second quarter compared to the first quarter, where we really seemed like we couldn't move the ball too much. Quick pass there to Ramirez. Ramirez trying to get off the tackle. Trying to break away from that one there, but he'll get 4 on the reception, as he has now 6 catches and over 130 yards, I should say, for the day. Second and 6 coming up. 2:40 left here in the first half. Reed in the backfield along with Davison up the middle there. That's going to be thrown to Burns, and Burns gets a nice slant pass there. That's going to help move the chains once again, as he is now over 60 yards with 3 catches here today. Like I said, Randy Burns is going to be something very special next season when he takes over as wide receiver number 1. Of course, we do have another wide receiver out there. He's playing on the defensive side of the ball. He can play both offense and defense, but he's playing more defense this year. As I didn't want to really use his, I didn't want to redshirt him right now, but take a look at him, man. This is the guy I'm talking about, Alexander. He's going to come out here as Randy Burns is going to be taken out, but it's a low risk injury, but we're going to take him out just in case. So we'll see a little bit of Alexander here in this game at some point. As Godfrey there on the far left hand or far right hand side of your screen. Robinson in motion from your left to now going to your right. Play action here could be a play action call, and it is. Reed here drops back in the pocket, throws in the corner there, and that's going to be picked up by Farnham as he's going to take this one, and he's going to be short there. He's going to be stopped at his own 10. Nice interception there from him as he's able to read the quarterback's eyes and know who exactly he's throwing to that time around. And, of course, it was to Ramirez. So that one Reed's going to have to eat. It. See there talking to his coach about the blunder on that play. 1st and 10. Mueller has the football back for Kansas State. And then Hayes here gets the football, trips up, but then loses his balance there as he tried to hurdle that player. 1st and 10. Mueller again throws this one up. Rainbow throw to the sidelines there, but nobody's going to get to that one. Incomplete pass. It's going to be a 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Scotties. Or for the Wildcats, as Mueller here throws one that Gathers gets the catch, and that's a gain of 13 on the play. 2 catches, 30 yards so far for him. As you'll see here, Mueller here up the middle there, trying to get that one to Graham, but this time Graham does not have his hands there, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. K-State, their drive have not been going up the field like they had been earlier. For some reason, they're kind of slowing down. As we'll see a quick screen pass there to David Smith for a gain of 4. Timeout being called by Kansas State. They have 2 left here. See a man in motion. Minute left here in the first half. Mueller here calls his own number instead, and Washington brings down the QB. He's got to be watched at. They could have easily called a face mask, but they didn't. Thank goodness they didn't, but they'll be forced to punt regardless. You see Jasper Reed so far, his numbers compared to first quarter, second quarter, and looking pretty good. Of course, we like to get rid of that blemish of the 2 interceptions that we have so far, but hey, it is what it is. Reed, we know what Reed's capable of and what he's not capable of. And that time, he could not get that one to his receiver as Jones right there covering the receiver pretty well on that play. 3rd and 10 coming up. As we'll see what Jasper Reed's going to try to do here this time around. Reed here looks down the field here, throws that one up to Godfrey. Godfrey gets the catch and is wrestled down as he's able to hold on to the football there. And Highland will call a timeout as Highland already burned 2 timeouts already. They've got 1 more remaining. 28-10, 22 seconds left. Both teams have 14 first downs. So both teams know how to move the football here. Even though Highland's been moving the ball a lot more better here in this, especially in the second quarter here in the first half. K-State, of course, first quarter they were just moving the ball very well. They should be at least either tied up with us or at least a possession behind us. But our defense has been doing such a great job there stopping. Of course, the turnovers as well has not helped them out. 16 seconds left here. Highland burned their last time out. Reed in play action here, looking down the field here, looking to make a big play here. Throws this one up there to Godfrey. Godfrey gets the catch, and he's taken down at the 5. Now, the question is, can they get a no huddle here and get this ball off? Clock's still ticking away here. Play action here. Reed looking down the field here. Reed throwing this one up to Ramirez. Ramirez gets into the end zone and touchdown. Highland Scotties. As that is touchdown number 13 for Ramirez this season. His first one of the day. And they pull this off very quickly with just 9 seconds left and calling a no huddle. And of course the ball is set. The clock will only start when the ball is set. So they did a great job there. Get on the field, get down the field here quickly and be able to score. 35-10 here at Highland. As there's 2 seconds left here, and K-State's going to be smart. They're going to run the ball on the ground here as they get a first down, but Smith does not want to go down, and Collins having a tough time bringing him down. And that is the half. As we go into the second half here, it is 35-10. And Highland looking very sharp here. I thought K-State, this was, I thought this was, at first K-State was moving the ball down the field excellent, mixing the game, the tempo of the game from a running game, kind of pacing themselves at the same time, throwing the ball and doing some no huddle plays to kind of throw us off and not have the right personnel out there. But that's not worked here towards the latter part of the second quarter of the first half there. We kind of got wise on it. Of course, we're used to it. But at the same time, it's like, well, wow, we got to figure out how to stop them. And they did. So far, K-State has only had one turnover. Of course, we've thrown twice now. We've got 2 picks on us. But that's fine. We're going to the second half here. We've got to run the ball a little bit more, just to be a lot more dominant with the ball on the ground. And you see Marcus here has the football here. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he gets hit, crunched hard there. But does get the ball near the 25 as we'll start the play. First drive here of the second half there. First and 10 coming up. 35-10 here. Of course, Highland fans are really ready and going here. Of course, they know they're getting close to a chance to go to another Big 12 tournament. Of course, another Big 12 championship game. And, of course, possibly a national championship again. Second and 11 coming up. As we'll see a handoff there to Davison. Davison coming out of the back, trying to get out of the backfield there. And he does, as he'll get a gain of 8 on that play. As he's getting close to that century mark there. He's just 20 yards away from doing so. 2 rushing touchdowns already here today. Third and 3 coming up. Handoff here to Davison. Davison gets smothered by that wall there, but he comes out of it and is able to get a first down as he gets 10 on the play. New set of downs here for Highland Scotties. Ball's near their 35-yard line. As we'll see a handoff there, and this time it's Davison again. Davison looking for that good block there, and he found it. Now the question is, can he get to the end zone there? He gets around a couple of guys there, a couple of broken tackles there before he was finally wrapped up and taken down inside the Wildcats territory there near their 40. First and 10. After the big play, I think they're going to get away from the run for a little bit here. Could see some passing now. Reed drops back here, fires this one. That's going to be picked off. That's going to be Justice, who's trying to find justice in this ball game here for K-State, as that's another interception. Third interception of the day here on Jasper Reed, as TC Justice makes a nice catch there. Able to keep his eyes on the receiver, and of course, does an even better job seeing where that ball's at from the quarterback. And that's going to be another pick there, as of course, Jasper Reed is going to have to shake that off. These interceptions are not looking too good for him, especially his chances if he wants to be Heisman Trophy winner again. First and 10, Mueller here throws this one there to Graham, and that's a gain of 6 on the play for Kansas State. Kansas State now has the ball here, has a possession here. They got to try to do something with it, but it's going to be picked off. Nice play there for us as we get the second interception, as Mueller just cannot believe it. And look at this. Who is this? I think was it McCall or is it no? I think it's Alexander. Yeah, this is Alexander. Remember he's a young man that can he has the ability to play both offense and defense. A gridiron player. Nice job there from him. As we'll see Reed here. Oh, he's gonna hit as he tried to throw that football there. Incomplete pass. Dangerous. But he was trying to wait to take his time down, looking for a receiver, but just could not connect with him. So second and 10 coming up. Ball near midfield. Reed drops back in the pocket here. Got a good throw. Good, nice catch there from Burns. Burns looking for the block. Burns going down the field here. He's at the 5, and he's going to be stopped somewhere around the 3 or 2 yard line. Nice catch there from him, as he is doing a great job here stepping up, helping out the ball club. First and 10. We'll see what Reed's going to do here. He's calling an audible. He has to be somewhat cautious down here as he takes a big sack there. I think he decided to take that one there as Chase Ransom gets a hold of him. We'll see a second and goal coming up. As maybe he's looking for some better spot or better place here. Finds Randy Burns and gets into the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. That is touchdown number 1 or touchdown, the first touchdown of the day for Burns, his 8th of the season. Highland leads it now 42-10. We're in blowout territory here. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Bonds brings in some of those subs. As we'll see a catch there from Hayes. Hayes there, he keeps himself going as he's finally just dragged down there at near the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, Mueller drops back, looks, fires that one to Perry, and Perry gets the catch as McCall brings him down, but it's already too late as Perry gets the first as he gets 10 yards on that reception. 1st and 10, 5:28 left here in the third quarter. Mueller again fires this one off to the sidelines there near Smith. Nice screen pass there. He gets 4 on the play. So now 3rd and 6 in here as the crowd trying to help out the defense now. Trying to give some noise there to the offense as Smith here gets a catch. Smith running there, gets the first down, and finally taken down by Collins and a fellow teammate there. As he does, Smith does get the first for the Wildcats. 1st and 10. Now in Scottie territory here. And Graham gets a quick catch before he goes out of bounds. That's a gain of 13. As they're really trying to just take away, just trying to use that clock in their favor here by getting those quick outs, those quick passes and getting out of bounds. Handoff there to Graham, and almost botched it there. But no gain there as Graham does not go anywhere on that play. That was a dangerous toss there on that option play from Mueller. Mueller drops back here, play action or screen pass there. And they take down Smith. That's a loss of 4 on the play. And it's going to be a 4th and 14 coming up for Kansas State. Let's see what they're going to try to do here. So at some point here, they're going to have to start going for all 4 downs. If they don't do it here in the 3rd, we'll see more of it in the 4th. We'll see if they're going to try to go for here. No, they're going to go ahead and go for a field goal. They're 1 for 2 in field goals here tonight. The one they did make was a 41-yarder. This one here, just about the same, and that one is going to be good. As K-State is able to put some points on the board here since the first quarter. And there you see 42-13 here in this one. As you take a look at some highlights here so far, coming here in this start of the second half here, and so far not too good for Highland. You see their interception, but yeah, for the most part here, I think Jasper Reed's just trying to do his best to forget about here. 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 367 here for the day. He's passed now 19 of 28 here so far here in this one. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Highland Scotties. As we'll see a drop back here from Reed. He'll throw this one quickly there to Burns, and Burns gets lit up, but is able to hold on to the football for a gain of 4. Randy Burns, like I said, one of those top players that we found last season in recruiting, and of course he has now definitely showed up and shown out what he can do on the football here. Here on the gridiron. See Robinson now. He's a senior, and we'll see him go off to the sunset as he makes a nice catch there for a first. Robinson got some speed there. You might not think of it, but he does. And I think he's more built like a halfback than he is a wide receiver, but he does the job here. As we'll see Reed here drops back here, fires that one between 2 defenders. Whoa! Talk about threading the needle. And he finds Godfrey for the catch. Big first down. He thread the needle on that one there. I don't think he could do that again. 1st and 10 here for Jasper Reed. Drops back, fires this one to Godfrey. Godfrey trying to get into the end zone, but he's going to be stopped there at the 3. And he will now have to, they'll try to see if they can get to him maybe again here on this next play. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Scotties. It's 42-13, 2:03 left here in the 3rd quarter. Excuse me. Reed drops back in the pocket, looks, fires this one up there. That's going to be caught, and Godfrey gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties, as that is Godfrey's 2nd touchdown of the day. And that is going to be his 25th of the season. He leads the Highland Scotties and the Big 12 in touchdowns this season, and receiving touchdowns, I should say. Mueller here throws this one up there. That's going to go deep, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Wildcats. Wildcats here. Smith in the backfield. Mueller drops back in the pocket. Nice pocket there for him. Throws out, lobs that one over to Left-hand side to Graham, who gets a gain of 9 and gets out of bounds quickly. $1:29 left here in the third quarter. 49-13. K-State, had to punt the ball that time. Couldn't throw for the third down. But so far, K-State, they're trying their best to, they know this game's out of range for them, but at the same time, they're trying to stay, I think they really need to try to go off for more bigger plays. As Reed here gets the handoff there, and a great block there. As Davison now trying to get around that defender, but is going to get caught there. Gain of 27 on the play. He has now over 130 yards for the day and 2 rushing touchdowns on 14 carries. 1st and 10 coming up next. As we'll see, there's 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Of course, I would imagine in the fourth quarter we'll see some garbage time here from some backups. Davison, nice run there for him, and he gets a gain of 13, able to move the chains again. As he could almost have a 200-yard day if he stays in the game. 10 seconds left here in the third quarter, 1st and 10. Play action. And you see a throw there, and that's going to be picked off by Ransom. As he takes that one, he's going to kneel. And that is the 4th interception of the day. That's the 13th interception of the season for Jasper Reed compared to his 40-plus touchdowns he's had so far this season. It's a lot more better than last year, but I'm sure Coach Bonds would like to have him in that single digits when it comes to interceptions. As Gathers now gets the catch. Nice play there from him, and that's going to end the third quarter with K-State still having possession as we start the fourth. 1st and 10 coming up after we switch sides here. Mueller here drops back in the pocket, throws a screen pass there to Smith, and Washington brings him and gets a big hit there. You hear it up for here in the broadcast booth. Nice to hit the pads there. 2nd and 11 coming up. Mueller here, play action. Looking down the field, throws that one up to Graham. Graham Graham gets the catch. And a bad tackle there from Highland. As they were trying to dive for him, but just completely missed him. Quick bringable pass there over to Graham again, and Graham gets out of bounds as he gets a gain of 6. Nice job here as he's getting close to 100 yards for the day. I wouldn't be surprised if Graham finished this drive off with a touchdown here. Pass play there to Smith, and he gets out of bounds as Brett Smith gets a 21-yard reception, his first reception of the day. 1st and 10 as they're knocking on in our red zone here. And there you see Gathers there. Gets a nice catch there. He gets a gain of 12. So again, K-State moving the ball very well here. Could end this one with a touchdown. As he hands this one off to Smith. And Smith has no problem getting there. Gets a nice block, and it's going to be a touchdown for K-State as they're on the board here now. Again, 49-20. 1st and 10 coming up here. 8:03 left here in the fourth quarter, and we'll see a handoff as you see Stanford now in the game here as the QB, taking out obviously Reed as he's had a great game, at least a decent game here today. Can't really get it too upset. Sometimes you just have those games, but I believe he's thrown now 5 touchdowns in this game here so far today. As we'll see what Stanford can do. He gets a nice throw there to Godfrey. Stanford taking his time here. 7:17 left here in this quarter. As you see here, dropping back here. This guy's called his own number. Breaks off a tackle, gets out of bounds, gets shoved out of bounds. But he gets enough there for the first down. Great job there from Terrence on that play. 1st and 10, 7 minutes left. Again, he's taking his time here. Don't necessarily have to score, but at the same time, keep this drive moving. As Ramirez gets a big throw there, 30 yards on that reception. And he should be well over 150 yards for the day. 1st and 10. Robinson, Ramirez to your far right. Godfrey and Burton to your far left. In motion here. And Stanford could not avoid that sack at all. That was a nice blitz there. And K-State gets in there, gets a hold of him for the first time here today. 3rd and 19 coming up here for Stanford. See, again, he's taking his, changing the snap count here. Throws him up the middle there to Ramirez. Ramirez gets the catch, and Ramirez down at the 10. As that's a 22-yard reception. He has, he's getting close to that 200-yard mark. He has 191 yards for the day. 2nd and goal coming up. Stanford taking his time here. Hicks in motion here. Play clock running down to 6. Stanford here drops back here in the pocket. Looks for a pass up behind the end zone and finds Robinson. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. As that's Robinson's first of the day, his 3rd of the season. What a great job there. Like I said, look at me. He's not built as a wide receiver necessarily. He's built more like a halfback, maybe a fullback, or a hybrid of a halfback and a quarterback. But nonetheless, he does a great job there. Got excellent speed and gets a touchdown. And extends his lead even more. So you see BYU right now, they're in trouble. 31-28. West Virginia start to come back. So 5:31 left here. And you see a man in motion for Kansas State. Mueller here drops back in the pocket, throws this one off to Gathers, but he cannot stay in bounds. And that's going to force a 2nd and 10. So now 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Wildcats is man in motion. Kansas State trying to get down the field here, 56-20. And they're trying to put something on the board, but they'll only put up on the board is another sack. As that's a nice stop there from the defensive line for the Scotties. I want to jump now to a 3rd and 15 coming up. Mueller here throws this one here high and deep, and it's going to get tipped away by Collins. Nice play there from him. As he's going to see, we'll see a 4th and 15 coming up. As we'll take a look at some highlights here from the game from the 2nd half here. And it's been a very nice showing here from our offense here, especially from Davison here, as you see, having a great game here for himself. Well over 100 and some odd yards for the day. You see, 163 for the day. 2 rushing touchdowns, 16 carries for him. 1st and 10 coming up. Stanford here still out there for the QB, and that's a shoestring tackle there on Davison. That's a loss of 3 on the play. Nice stop there from Chase Ransom. 3rd and 12 coming up. 3:48 left here in the 4th quarter. As we'll see. Play here, try to get out of that animation there, but of course it is EA, and of course they like to screw you over as best as they can. Upshaw will get the sack there on the play. So now we force a punt. We'll see 3:05 left here. We'll advance it even more here now as Mueller here drops back in the pocket. He's going to get taken down for a loss. A loss to 6 on the play. As we have well over 3 sacks now on this quarterback here today, and as you see, Ben Graham gets a sack himself. 2nd and 16 coming up, and we'll see, a possible jet sweep, but no, it's going to be the QB. He's going to call his own number himself, as that's going to be a 3rd and 8 situation now for the Wildcats. Double set backfield for the Wildcats as Mueller here going to call his own number instead, and nice job there as Pope tried to get there, but he got blocked pretty well, and Mueller there gets a nice run. And of course, clock just ticking away here. Not much for Kansas State to do. Larkin is in the game. He's actually going to be coming in here, and he'll get a reception, but no yardage on that play as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up as Mueller here getting taken down again. This time by Rizzo. Nice play there from him as he gets another sack for the day. 3rd and 12. Mueller drops back here, fires this one there. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be caught by Gathers there for a gain of 14. Less than a minute and a half left here in this one. And Kansas State trying to move the ball here. Trying to show some kind of some that they're not, they're better than what the score shows. As David Smith there runs that one for a gain of 12 on the play. Nice tackle there from Collins. 1st and 10, Mueller. Again, quick pass there this time to Perry, the tight end. He's going to break a tackle before he is finally wrapped up and comes down there for a gain of 18 yards. 1st and 10. Just getting close to that minute mark here in this one. And, Mueller getting a little jumpy in that backfield there. He doesn't get sacked again, but he throws it away. So now 2nd and 10 coming up. And we'll see here, Mueller here throws that one up there. That's going to go to Hayes. And Hayes gets the catch. And that's going to be another 1st down. 1st down again for Kansas State. Mueller here again drops back in the pocket. Throws that one up there. And that's going to be out of bounds as he's now thrown over 50 passes now here for today's game. 2nd and 10 coming up for Mueller and Kansas State, as they're trying to move the ball here quickly with no huddles here. But oh, he's going to get brought down. Nice sack there for the defensive lines. They covered him, that pocket, swallowed that pocket up, him in whole. Now we'll go to a 3rd and 16 coming up. Mueller drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there, back of the end zone there to Smith, and that's a touchdown for Kansas State. Too little, too late, as Kansas State is going to be down by 29 here, as they'll, of course, kick the extra point for the field goal. Take a look at the BYU game. BYU finally finds a way to win this one. 34-28 is your final in that one, as BYU picks up another win. 9-2 now for BYU. 5-6 now for West Virginia. As you see now, onside kick here, and of course, you know, it's EA. It does not make any sense here at this point, but Robinson gets the football, gets out of bounds, as there's just a few seconds left to tick away, and we go ahead and do so as we pick up a win here at home against Kansas State. Player of the game there, 24-35, 443, 5 touchdowns for Reed, as he had a pretty decent showing. Not the showing I'm sure that he was wanting in that showing of this showcase of this game. 5 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions. He has now 48 touchdowns for the season and 48 touchdowns and 13 interceptions for the season. So not sure, you know, definitely don't want to see those interceptions. I was hoping they really keep them under 10 this season, but yeah, not the case here. But he does pick up a win there, and of course that is, you know, even going to make his stock even higher now for a chance to win that Heisman Trophy this year. And he'll be the first 2-time, at least for this school for us, for Highland. But there you see a nice win here, nice victory against Kansas State. Kansas State getting better. You know, last season, if I remember correctly, they were pretty scary. But this year they kind of slid back some. They lost a lot of guys because of graduation or the pros, but nonetheless, you know, they for a while there, you know, early on, I really thought, I'm like, okay, we're gonna get a good game. This is gonna be a good back and forth, and you know, there's gonna be a lot of you know, getting stuff done, and you know, and just you know, it's gonna be a kind of an offensive showing, but Kansas State kind of just tapered off and did whatever, and didn't really show up to the game there. But there you see numbers there. Jasper Reed, 24-35, like I mentioned, 443 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and a sack from him. Stanford, he had a touchdown as well, his 2nd of the season. He also got sacked twice. He was 4 for 5 for 68 yards. And like I said, did a great job there coming in here. Coach Bonds wants to see him more here towards the season here, as he is a redshirt senior. I don't know if he's going to come back or not next year. I don't know if this is his 5th year or not. But yeah, we'll see if he'll show, if he has another year with us or not. If I remember correctly, I don't think he does. But I could be wrong. Davison, 19 carries, 165 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Nice day there for him on the ground. Beautiful job there from him. Reed, 6 carries, 26 yards. Stanford, of course, 3 carries, native 12 yards there. Of course, you know, he's not used to running, not used to on the field too often there, but yeah, we definitely got to get those native yards out of there. Ramirez, 10 catches, 191 yards, a touchdown for him. He has now 13 for the season. Chad Godfrey, 8 catches, obviously had a really nice day, 2 touchdowns, his 24th and 25th of the season. Had 136 yards through the air. Burns, 6 catches, 121 yards for the day. He had a touchdown as well, his 8th of the year. Robinson had a nice touchdown as well, his 3rd of the year. He had 3 receptions for 62 yards, and Hicks had a reception for 1 yard and his first touchdown of the season. And then the defensive numbers there, you guys can take a look at that. Graham leading sacks. Miller was right behind him with 1. Graham had 2. Also, Collins had the most tackles. He had 10 tackles there in the game. DeSantos had 2 tackles, a tackle for loss, and which was his 8th tackle for loss this season. Alexander doing pretty well there. The young man I told you that plays both sides of the ball. Right now we're having him play defensively because we're short in the corners and safety positions. But he has 2 tackles, interception as well. And it's his 4th interception this season. So I don't know. We might keep Alexander on that side of the ball if he keeps doing as well as he's been doing. And then, of course, take a look at K-State numbers there. You guys can pause the video, check those out. But for the most part here, not too bad, not too shabby of a gameplay. And, yeah, for the most part here, it was just overall just a decent game here. Yeah, first, like I said, I started off like K-State was coming out there. They had that first draw. They were very, very successful and doing what they're doing. And, yeah, just for whatever reason, it just did not come back until it was too late. John Moore, the quarterback there, he's committed to us. Yes, nice. And Andre Simmons, the wide receiver, has also committed to us. So that's some more, some more depth to our roster here for next season. We still got some battles there. Nate Davis, we added him newly to there, and of course some other players. Of course, Michael Westbecker, we're still trying to work with him. I think we're number 1 on his list, but he is still undecided. So coming up in the next episode, it will be BYU. It'll be the season finale. It'll be at home. It'll be senior day, and we'll see what we can do against a very successful and a ranked BYU. Matter of fact, 15th ranked in the nation, 9-2 for the season. We'll see how well we do against them coming up in the next episode. So if you guys did enjoy today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new. Hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series that happens to come up onto the channel. Follow us on our social media down below. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here of the Highland Scotties as we're on the road trying to get back to the Big 12 championship, and it's trying to get back to another national championship in this series. As always, keep each other healthy. Go Scottie Nation. I'll see you guys next time.